Hi, my name is Mitch, and today we're going to spend 3 minutes talking about Shai Hulud and specifically how to tell if your cloud is at risk and if you have been compromised. Now, Shai Hulud, of course, is the latest in a string of NPM based supply chain attacks that have been making a whole lot of waves in the industry. If you have Wiz, I would strongly suggest you click along with what I'm doing. If you don't have Wiz, please reach out. We'll be able to help and set something up for you. So, first, have a read of the guidance that we've published. Once you've done that, head into the overview of Wiz. What we'll be able to do is head to Boards and Threat Intel Center. This is where we're going to publish our latest celebrity style, high profile threat information. Think Log4 Shell. If that happens again, this is where it's going to go. Of course, we have Shai Hulud at the very top of the list, plus a bunch of other semi-recent NPM-based supply chain attacks as well. What we'll do is head into the Shai Hulud guidance specifically, where we can see that we're going to be publishing some detections. We have a whole lot of information related to this particular attack within the context of this particular environment that I'm in right now. What we're going to do today is head to Ask AI or Mika AI. You can see a bunch of prompts that we've suggested for this particular environment. Now, what we're going to do is click on the one at the very top, which is how do I know if I'm affected by the latest Shai Hulud NPM supply chain attack? What this will do is to start to run a bunch of queries on the data that we already have within your Wiz environment. So we already have a full SBOM of every piece of software that lives in the environment. We already know all of the packages, the vulnerabilities, we know the configurations of the code repositories. This allows us to very quickly start to ask questions of that cloud environment to determine your level of exposure, plus overlay threat information over the top of it to see if we've actually seen any activity within the environment. What we can see here is that we're pulling a whole lot of information from the software bill of materials. We found a particular package that could potentially be susceptible, so we're doing a little bit more research into that. What we've done is that we've found that there's no suspicious Shai Hulud based code repositories that were found in the environment. Good news. That's done through our security graph search. This is where we do an underlying query of the security graph, the database that lives at the heart of Wiz, that knows the configuration of every piece of your cloud infrastructure. What we can see, good news, limited exposure. This particular environment doesn't appear to have any malicious repositories detected. We can see one potentially affected package with some guidance on actually upgrading that package as well. We've had a look at the threat activity, so the event information, the runtime telemetry that we've got from the workloads in this environment. We can see 10 recent threats since September the 2nd, but none appear to be directly related to this particular campaign. And we can see some details of what we have found there. We've listed some IOCs for you to keep track of and some specific recommendations on what to track. So 2 minutes, we're going to be able to report back to our management that it doesn't appear that we have any significant risks related to this campaign and doesn't look like we've been compromised.